Hello everyone. Don't normally vlog, but today I am. So I was driving back from North London to South to home to run a few errands, and my electric car was on a lowish mileage. Took it to a what do you call it? Charging point to charge it in North London. Obviously it wasn't working, but I was a bit on a time restraint, so I was like, right, I need to just get there. I had enough to get me to my destination. Got to my destination, went off to my next drop off, my next destination, really low on mileage, so I set it to go to the nearest fast charging point. Got to a temporary red light, really low mileage, and well, I'll show you what happened. Only when in the power only decided to go at a bloody temporary red light. And there's more to the story. I'm really lucky that the breakdown point was right outside this lovely Colombian restaurant, which I heavily recommend. They've been very helpful and very supportive. Had a nice bite in there. But yeah, this has been me since 12:30. It is now about 6. So yeah, final part of the story. So the company I bought the car with, or like the finance company or whatever, we have like what do you call it, like cover, so if anything happens you can go with them instead of going to like a mechanic and paying God knows how much, right? What was I gonna say? Yeah, so obviously logged the breakdown. They put you in touch with like the company that they work with, and this was at 12:34, I want to stress. Finally someone arrived at 3 p.m. to have a look at it, see what he could do. Long story short, he couldn't do anything there and then, so they called the tow truck or whatever, and the original ETA was 5 o'clock. At 5 to 5 I get a phone call saying, oh, your thing's been transferred, the job's been transferred, they'll be with you now between now and 6:30. It is 6 o'clock now, and to tell you the truth, I don't have faith that they're actually going to be on time, but we'll see. It's just after 6, so I'll keep you updated. But yeah, LJ Transportations is the company, and right now, yeah, I'm gonna have to go full Karen on them because I've been here for 6 hours. Bear in mind it was like 33 degrees earlier. It's cooled down a bit now, but yeah, unacceptable. So I'll keep you updated on the story. Okay, so part 4 of this survival story. So obviously, I think I mentioned it in the last bit. ETA for the tow truck, whatever you want to call it, was 6:29. It's now 6:35 roughly, and obviously they didn't show up. So I called back the helpline, the number or whatever, to speak to one of the agents to be like, what the fuck is going on? And obviously, vented my frustrations, and I try not to have a go at the agent. Like, it's not her fault, do you know what I mean? She's not the one ruining my day. But yeah, basically I kind of voiced my frustrations in a polite way and said like, look, what's going on? Asked to try for an ETA and possible location of the driver. So at the moment I don't have an exact ETA. She gave me like a location, which when I Google mapped it, if it's the right one, is about an hour. So God knows at this point. So yeah, if we actually make any progress, I'll let you know. Sorry, extra part of the story, and this is actually a nice part. So obviously, as I mentioned in the last part, it's looking like potentially another hour. So I was like, right, I'm just gonna get some food. And there's been a really nice, I think he's like Colombian or Spanish, but he runs the Yeast Brothers, which is over here somewhere. I'll show you it in a sec. But yeah, I thought, sod it, he's been so cool with me all day, like checking in. So I thought, let me go get a pizza. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, go up to the counter, order pepperoni pizza, get my phone out to pay, and he's like, no, I'll sort you out, like you've had a nightmare. So absolute legend, the sweetest guy. I'll show you the menu now. I'm just gonna recommend this place enough. This guy is a freaking legend. The Yeast Brothers, located right next door to the restaurant I mentioned earlier. He's just over there with the little pizza logo. Absolute ledge, and the pizzas look great. I've seen a few people ordering them, so this might turn into a bit of a food review at this rate. But yeah, what a ledge. I think they're on Instagram as well, he said, the Yeast Brothers, so do give them a follow. So, well, it's arrived, the pizza of the absolute legend, and oh, it looks good. So yeah, I'll give you my thoughts on said pizza as I dig in. How's it going, everyone? Yeah, latest up. I mean, it's not really an update. I'm still waiting for the son of a bitch to turn up. But yeah, well, the last update I got when I phoned them again, he's on the way with his previous person's car to the drop off there, whatever. So the dream is that what was it? Sorry, I'm so fried. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, hopefully once he's dropped that one off, he'll make his way to me. They said they'll be as quick as they can, but I just don't know what that means at this point. So I'm back in the Colombian place, and yeah, I feel like I've lived a whole new life with them, but they've also very kindly offered me some free food and drink. So I'm just having a decaf latte because I'm stuffed for food, and it was on them, they said, which is really sweet, which was not expected. So yeah, there are some good people in this world, and yeah, very, very sweet of them. So yeah, still, we're at, what time is it? I think it's 8:15 now. It's about 8:15. So hopefully these bastards turn up before this place closes. Yeah, hopefully I'll have some better updates for you in terms of progress. But yeah, credit to this Colombian place, which is the Instagram I tagged in one of the other stories. They're absolute legends. There's another part to the story. So it's currently 20 to 9 or 8:40 p.m. I'm still in the lovely Colombian place. It's really nice. I'll put it in the. So I'm going to put this on YouTube. I'll put their Instagram in the description, as well as the lovely pizza place. Absolute freaking legends. Like, without these two places and the lovely staff, I would have gone absolutely nuts. But yeah, I phoned the office for like the third time in 3 hours, see like what the hell's going on, and I have some sort of progress. The driver, whatever, has finished his last job and he's on his way. So he will be in about half an hour. I'm sorry if I seem fried or effed up, that is because I am. So hopefully the next update is that I made it to the bloody charging point. I want to stress that I got here at, well, my breakdown happened at 12:34 and it's 8:45 now, so that's literally the whole afternoon. And the worst part is I had stuff to do as well. Like I had two places, I mean, still need to go to one of the places, which thankfully isn't that far from me. But yeah, it's just been an absolute disaster. Yeah, LJ Transportations, man. You just can't leave people stranded for this long. Like 4 to 5 hours is ridiculous. And my partner, who bless her is at home looking after our dog, and we had another dog over as well to look after, looked on the Google reviews, and apparently, yeah, she sent me some screenshots and they weren't good. So needless to say, I'll be looking into some AA or RAC cover, because this is bullshit. But yeah, I think this will be my last update for a while. The next update, hopefully, I'll be at a charging station, actually finally getting some power in poor Pearl. Pearl's the car, by the way. But yeah, absolute disaster. And you know what, while I'm on the topic, right, whoever, like BP and whoever, can you fix your damn charging stations? Because I went to one this morning in North London when I left and it wasn't working. Apparently, according to Google, it was open. Sort it out, because if that had been charging, I wouldn't be in this mess. But at the same time, it's my own fault for not, taking it, get charged earlier. I thought I could make it. So yeah, fair to need to say, I will be making sure, even if it gets like 30 miles left, I'm taking it to get charged. That's my cut-off point, I think now, 30. So I suppose there is a learning curve from today, and there have been some, there were some nice stories, like the lovely staff at this cafe and the pizza guy next door, who I've just actually seen going home. That's how long I've been here. I saw him coming in for prep, and now he's just gone home. I just saw him dropping off his chef jacket and going home. So yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, that is the latest update. I won't waffle any further, and hopefully, I'm not even speaking English anymore. Hopefully the next update will be me at the bloody charging point, finally getting the thing charged. So I'm going to enjoy my lovely free decaf latte that they made for me, and I'll give you another update later. Another chapter to this never-ending story. I'm just going to move it here so this gentleman can take his phone call in private. There's a guy behind me taking a phone call. I don't want to be in his grill. So it is, as you can see, it is nighttime basically. it is about 10 to 10. So they never did show up in half an hour, as they said they were going to. So I thought I'd give them the benefit of the doubt, you know, give it till like 9:30. Called up, spoke to the same lady that I've spoken to about 10 times today, and she did a check for me, and apparently the guy was on his break. Obviously, I'm not going to say, oh no, he shouldn't have a break. Of course, you're driving, I get it. But bro, like, what the fuck is he doing another job for 4 hours? So, yeah, apparently his break was nearly over. So, according to their calculations, he should be here in the next, like, 10 minutes. The kind Colombian place gave me one more free tea, but yeah, it's literally like nighttime. Like, if I just turn the camera, you can see the change in conditions. There's me, still not fucking moved in 9 hours. So yeah, I was hoping the next update of these would be from the electric point finally getting charged, but not so. But kind of given up at this point, to be honest. We are bordering on, yeah, what would it be? Almost 9.5 hours I've been stuck here. I'm just, like I said, lucky I've been stuck next to such angels who have, you know, without me asking, just let me, you know, give me a free tea, a free coffee, a free pizza. So I fully intend to repay them with some sort of thank you gift, like not only coming in for food, but maybe like a little box of chocolates or something. Yeah, beyond a nightmare, mate, beyond a nightmare. So I just thought I would add to the story, and the next update will hopefully be from Shell, from the EV charging point. So yeah, speak to you guys later. One thing I forgot to mention in that last part, I just realized, I asked, like, because obviously it's not the one guy's fault, right? Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's this one guy's fault, of course not. But like, I said, like, is there like one guy like for the whole area or something? Because it doesn't make sense that we're waiting on one guy and people are being left out here for like 4 or 5 plus hours. And it's like, if you go on the reviews for this company, then like other people have said the same thing. So I asked for that, and she was like, oh yeah, he's like the closest one to your location. And I'm just like, so there's like no one else near like my area that could come and help, because it's like, you know, nine hours. I mean, since the first guy told them to come, like the second guy, you know, it's 6 hours, which is still absolutely ridiculous. So I'm just lucky that I'm going to move away from this guy so he can take his call in private again. You know, I'm lucky that I was, you know, that I did at least break down next to a cafe and restaurant. Like, can you imagine if I was on like the motorway and like near some fields and shit, and there was like no restaurants for miles? I'd be absolutely fucked. And they left me here like this. But that's the one saving grace. So I didn't want to come across like I was blaming one guy, but kind of the business model is pretty fucked up, if you ask me. That, you know, like, yeah, I think I've said this already, but I would definitely be going with, you know, the AA, RAC after this, and screw these guys. But yeah, I just thought I'd add that on because I forgot to mention that in the last bit. Also, we just had a bit of an update. They called back, the company, they called me this time to say that my guy will be here in 20 to 30 minutes. So that's going to be about 10:20 or something. To tell you the truth, I don't know if I actually believe them. It actually might be Sunday by the time I actually get back. So yeah, I'm just kind of speechless at this point. I've not really got much else left to say. So yeah, I just wanted to add that little disclaimer on, and, you know, the comments and the minor updates. So hopefully the actual next update will be from Shell when I'm charging up. Hello again. I realise this vlog has had a lot of doom and gloom, so I thought I would try and add some, look at the more comedic side of things of what's happened today. So obviously I've been here for bordering on 10 hours now, and I've been here that long, right? Not only is it now nighttime, and you can see it's actually got darker since my last recording, I've been here that long. There was 2 guys, right, with their wife and kid. One of them, bless them, offered to try and help me move the car, which we tried, and because the electric's dead and I can't change the gear to put it into neutral to move it, that's why it's stuck in the middle of the road basically. But I've been here that long that guy went out with his wife and kid, went and had a whole day out and came back home. And there was another guy as well, went out, had a day out with his wife and kid, have come back in that time. I've been here that long. The very kind Colombian/Spanish chef who cooked my pizza turned up for work, did prep, cooked the pizza, did a whole dinner service, and he's gone home. And I'm still here. Think about that. That's how long I've been here. That is, yeah, that's mad. That's mad. I just thought I'd share that because it's kind of hilarious. You got to look at the funny side, kind of. So I know I keep saying, oh, you know, when I'm at Shell updates, but just things keep coming to my head, so I'm sharing them as I go. Part of the experience, eh? Okay. We'll see what happens next. Hopefully the next time you see me really will be at Shell when I'm actually charging the car. Finally live up to my promise. We are at Shell. The guy turned up at 10:20, and to be fair, he's such a nice guy. Like, it wasn't, you know, I don't blame him at all. And to be fair, even he was like critical of the fact that the company made me wait that long. And he said like I did the right thing by like calling every hour and stuff. But bless him, we're now at Shell. It's charging. I won't show his face, but that's him there, and we're just charging. So we should be on the move again shortly. Yeah, bless him, he was so nice. It was kind of what I needed after a horrible day. So we're finally on charge, and yeah. Okay, final part of the vlog, I promise. We finally made it home after, well, 12 hours after I broke down. I'm finally home. I had to run that quick errand before I went home. Thankfully, I was right around the corner. But yeah, 12 hours, what a day. I don't want to repeat anything I've just said, but all I will say is so many thanks to the lovely staff at the restaurant and the pizza place that I was broken down by. And also many thanks to Carl, who was the guy who came and picked me up. Obviously, I explained to him the day, and even he was quite surprised that being an electric vehicle, which I clearly stated to them, he was quite surprised that they sent out like a Jeep or whatever you call it to first instead of like the actual tow truck. But bless him, he turned up, he got me on there really quick, got us to the Shell, and he actually waited with me for it to charge so I could get home safely, which was so nice. I mean, he was just such a legend. And yeah, even he like agreed that it was ridiculous, like the process and stuff, and kind of said like I did the right thing by like continually calling them. So I'm obviously going to put a huge complaint about this whole process and how unhappy I am, but I'm also going to give him a huge shout out in the email because honestly he was so good. And I actually felt quite sorry for him because the company just send him out here, there and everywhere, so he can go from being at like Weybridge, which is where the previous job was, which is I don't even know where the fuck that is, to then coming to me. You know, he's on the road for like 12 hours. So I was like, damn, I actually felt quite bad for him. And he was really nice, bless him. And he understood my frustration. So, you know, there were some good people out there, and he was one of them. And so between the pizza guy, the staff in the Colombian cafe, and him, it was, they were the saving graces of the day. But yeah, absolute calamity of a day. I will definitely be sending in a complaint tomorrow. All I want to do now is fucking go to bed. So yeah, appreciate everyone that's been on the journey, that have watched this. So yeah, I don't know if there'll be another vlog. There might be another vlog. I just thought I had to capture this horrific day. But yeah, I'm just out of words at this point. I'm just knackered. So yeah, have a good evening / morning wherever you are, and yeah, maybe see you next time. I have no idea.